Magic the Gathering has many cards that will make people salty. However, do my friends know what cards make people the most upset? I got this idea from the Magic the Gathering YouTuber Covert Go Blue, and I thought I would do this with my friends. I will be doing 2 rounds of this with each of my friends who play. I will be giving them hints to help them out, and the next round they will be completely on their own. After each round, we will add their score to the scoreboard, and whoever has the best score at the end of the round wins that round. With all that out of the way, enjoy the video. You win!
Hello.
Alright, buddy, you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
So here's what I got. So,
Okay.
essentially, Magic MTG Rec or something has a list of the top 100 cards that make people the most salty. I have written down all 100. I'm going to randomly select a number 10 times, and I'm going to show you that card, and you're going to guess what number it is. For each, so let's say you guess 10 and it's 15, you'll get 5 points onto your score, and then at the end, that is your score with all of them added up. I'm going to be doing this with like Andrew and Cairo and the rest of them, and then we'll see who kind of has the best score, basically. So that's what I got. And some of these cards I've never heard of. And some of them I don't understand why they're even on there, but I'm going to get around.
So, wait, let me just double check.
Yeah.
So you're going to say the card name.
I'll send you a picture of it. I'll send you a picture of it on Discord.
And I have to guess where it ranks in the top 100?
In the top 100.
Okay.
And then the distance between your guess and the number is how many points you get. It's like golf. You want a low score.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I got the first
100's a big margin.
Yeah, it is a pretty big margin. But let me pull up this card. Here you go, buddy. This is your first card.
All creatures now require an upkeep cost of 1 in addition to any other upkeep costs they may have. If upkeep... That's pretty annoying. But how much does it cost to... Oh, it's a land.
I can also tell you how much the card is and how much... and, I mean, of course, I probably won't have seen any of these.
I would assume... all of these are legal, right?
Yeah. In Commander, yes. I will tell you if it's banned. I think there's 2 banned cards on the list, and they're pretty obviously banned. This card, by the way, I looked it up, $2,400.
I would say it's gonna be like it's gonna be high then. It's not gonna be in like the top 10 because that's so rare to see. So I'm gonna say 98.
So I should also say this: how it's done is. Basically, they give out, whenever they send out the thing for like, oh, these are the salty cards, they show a picture of it, and people give it a ranking of 1, 2, 3, or 4 based on like, oh, this card I would hate to play against. Oh, this card, like, they don't say like, oh, I don't like this card, they don't like this card, and then 1 is not annoying, I think, and 4 is most annoying.
So it's how often it gets played in an actual game is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, like I think for some of the cards it is relevant because there's some cards that are kind of sleepers. But there are definitely cards that you can look at and be like, oh, this card is annoying.
Okay, my initial reaction to it then was like a top 15. So I would put it at 15 then. Because yeah, I would hate playing against that.
Here is the ranking that it was.
Oh shit! Okay.
So you got.
Wait, am I allowed to swear?
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
You got a 3, so that is quite the start. All right. Second card. That was good. That was good. Once I explained when you said 98, I'm like, I should probably explain how it's done.
Like, no one's gonna see that card in reality.
Oh, not when it's 2,500. I didn't even know this card existed. like I didn't even know about this card.
I hope they never reprint it.
I think it may actually be on the reserve list. I'm actually going to Google this.
No.
Is Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale on the reserve list? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was actually on the first thing of the reserve list.
Oh, my God.
It was like pretty much directly, yeah. I don't blame that, though. That card, I think I would be pretty dang frustrated. Where is the list? So
Because it's a land. You don't have to.
Yeah,
just, here's my land.
The only way to get rid of it is land destruction. So
Yeah.
do your best. All right, your next card. I got it. I'm pulling it up right now. All right.
I need that card in my deck though.
Yeah, if you're willing to drop $2,400.
Oh, I've seen this one before. You control your opponent's while by searching my library ship, while an opponent searching my library, they exile each card they find. You may play this card from the remaining exiled, and you may spend mana as well as mana. Yeah, okay. I have this card. I would say, God, there's so many like, because there's 100 cards. But my initial reaction to this card is low 70, high 60.
The thing is with this card as well, I realized this counts on fetch lands. If you use a fetch land, this procs it. Because when I first saw this card, I'm like, why is this good? Like, I typically don't play decks, and I'm like, oh, all of those green cards that people love that say like, oh, find 2 basic lands, you then just get to do that.
I feel like it's very niche and it's easy to remove. The only downside is that the only thing that makes it good is that it's flash. Because someone does it, then you play flash and you get to do it immediately. Because once it's on the field, no one's gonna search for their library, like searching their library. So I'm gonna lock in my response at around 68.
All right, this one was 31. Could not tell you why, if I'm being honest, though. To me, this card doesn't look terrible. Personally,
no, I'd be fine if someone played that.
If they played this, like, yeah, maybe they get a fetch land proc and they get to get rid of their lands or whatever. But besides that, like, if you're playing things that find things when this is on, that's probably on you. Like, it really only works once in all seriousness.
I guess, yeah, I guess late game it can be OP, but like early it's just like an aw, dang it. But late, yeah, I can see it completely messing someone up.
Your score is still pretty dang low because, I mean, only getting 37, better than you guessing like 4 and having it be like 98. All right.
Damn. Okay, I'm surprised that one's so low though. That's gonna make me re-guess everything now.
Oh, I know this card. I know this one. And so will you here in a second. Here you go. The third card.
Nadu, Winged Wisdom. I've actually never seen this. Creatures you could have. Whenever this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card. Okay, so this is like the Bloomburrow stuff.
I think this one came out in Modern Horizons 3, I think.
That makes sense. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. This ability triggers only twice each turn.
And I should point out, this says creatures, so it's not just this.
Yeah. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. If it's... That's so, like, insanely strong.
I will be straight with you.
Rare.
This is a banned card.
Really? Why?
This got banned.
Does it go infinite with some stuff, then?
Probably. I think at the Pro Tour 4 Commander or whatever, I think it was in 6 of the top 8 decks.
I'm just going to say anything that's banned has to be top 10.
Well, you got to make a guess. You got to just be like, oh, I guess top 50.
Because it wouldn't be banned unless, like, it was... Because, like, yeah. It'd have to be so annoying to play against. But, like, I'm thinking about it. It just seems really strong to me. For free mana, you get a 3/4 fly-in that has that ability. And it's blue-green. That's such a nice color.
I love blue-green.
Yeah, if you get that early on, it's so strong. So I'm going to say top 10, number... I'll say number 9.
So you guessed 9. It is number 3.
What?
This card, I cannot describe to you how insane I realized. There is an item called Shuko or something. Let me find the card.
Yeah.
So that you can just look. Because keep in mind, this says when, like, spell whenever it's the target or spell ability you control. That includes equipment.
Oh, wait, it's... I was also going to say, most of them say opponent whenever it's, like, a target by an opponent. This is just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay,
that
I
you
understand why
can
that's
when it
on the
becomes
trade
a
now.
target. Yeah, and so
Wow, wait,
just
that's
that
so insanely
includes
strong.
this. So it's equip 0. You
Oh
just
my goodness.
slap it around your creatures over
Yeah,
and over. You get infinite crap. And so it was so easy to do that's why it got banned, but also the pain of tracking what creatures had already
yeah.
procced. And so it got banned and very quickly. I think after that Pro Tour it got banned within a couple of weeks. So
You know,
yeah,
that makes a lot more sense now. I can see why.
that gives you a difference of 6. All right, next one.
I'm just waiting to guess like 99 and it's number 1.
There are a few cards on here that I'm like, why in the world is this on here? Okay, let me go to my list. We got number.
It could also be just like a sting effect where like people recognize a card they've gone against before, and even if it's not strong or good, they lost to it. And it was a popular
Yeah,
card, and people just hate it.
they're on this
Like time
list.
skip. Like it's not that good. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under control. That one's okay. I have cards that are just better versions of that. Oh wait, but it is white,
This
and that has a
card
lot of enter
costs.
in.
This card is $10. $10 to get one.
Really?
You could
Like
get one cheaper. I found one for
I just don't
$9
like
just
it
barely.
because it only can destroy artifacts or enchantments. But if you play it and you're going against a deck that has artifacts or enchantments, they just can't play the game because it's white. It's green white. That's only creatures entering the battlefield. So I want to say 18. No, no, no. 24.
Your guess was 24.
No! Fudge!
This
Gosh,
card, I
dang it.
can see why, but it's just a matter of like, at some point, it's just gonna run out, and now you just have a useless enchantment.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what your opponents are playing, and this isn't even like because
Dang.
it's not even just applying to commander either. Like even in standard, like yeah, it'll get a few procs, but then at some point they know what you're gonna do, so they're just gonna try and play around it.
Gosh, I should have guessed high because like I was describing it like it was a 94, but I still guessed low like it was a 20.
Well, to be fair, I think all of your other cards have been fairly low, so it's
Yeah.
just kind of polarizing. All right, here you go.
Okay, I know this one. This is because my dad showed me this. Um, what have I guessed? Have I said 15?
I don't think so.
I have. It was the very first when I said 15.
Oh yeah. You did say 15.
Is this one banned? It's not right.
It is not banned.
I actually do have this card.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a dope card to have, actually. I know a lot of people hate land destruction. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, just because it's land destruction, it has to be top 25. I think anything that destroys lands is easily up there.
I think that okay, I don't think this is giving away too much. I think the first half of it primarily goes to land destruction and extra turns primarily.
Yeah.
But
Because
I haven't
red.
looked through it that much, so don't quote me on
Yeah.
that. Because I'm sure that there's other stuff, but I just know how much people hate land destruction. Because like at
It's
some
'cause
point it'll just take you out of the game.
yeah, it's only red, so it's really easy to play, and it's X amount, and it's each player. So
Which
it's really
it
easy
does
to like
also target
duplicate the spell.
themselves as well.
Yeah, but like you could just go like a spell casting treasure generating deck, and not be affected by it. I'm saying, shoot, I want to get dead on, so I'm saying 16.
Right, your guess was 16.
Don't
This
be
one
high, please don't be high.
is 38.
Ah, I should have gone
That's not that
24.
far. That's like what 22 off. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I think partly of no because there's tons of other cards that say destroy all. So I don't really know. I just think at some point it just comes down to maybe just that it targets themselves or something. I really don't know. I will say though, I am shocked at how much land destruction red has. Like old red
No, they have a
was
ton.
ruthless. They had like They had 2 cards for destroying all islands. They had like all kinds of crap. Like I was looking at that. I'm like, yeah, that seems fun. So that's one.
It's always fun to build a red hate deck.
That is I think red is probably my least favorite color in Magic. In all seriousness,
Blue makes one person miserable. Red makes everyone
drawing.
miserable.
Yeah, I like the drawing cards part of blue. I hate the counter spell of blue. I hate counter spell so much.
Overwhelming splendor. Can't play. That's such an what the I haven't even finished reading it. Creatures enchanted player controllers lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 1. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that aren't mana or loyalty abilities.
You can get this card for $12, by the way.
When was it released?
I think it was
2017.
Yeah, like fairly recently, and it's not on the reserve list or anything.
But it's so expensive, and it's only 1 player, and it's so easy to remove. But if you can't counter it, you're just out of the game. Because it's a constant.
Well, keep in mind, if the player who casts it dies, the enchantment goes away. All cards that belong to that person basically get erased when that player dies.
I mean, you're basically killing a player with that card.
Whether that be the person it's casted on or the person who casted it, yes.
Is this, by the way, is this like the top, like, 100... most annoying cards? Is this like in general, like Commander only?
It's in general. So sometimes it'll be talking about like standard, but I think for a large majority of Magic players right now play pretty much exclusively Commander.
Yeah. I wanna go high because it's white, which is already a bad color for this, I feel like, and it's 8 mana, which white probably gets the least amount of mana ramping.
Yeah. I don't think white has many fetch lands either.
And you can I think it's like it's so easily counterable. Like it's so I just feel like it's weak. If you get it off, it's OP as hell. But I'm gonna say 70, just because of like how hard it is to get off, I feel like.
Alright, you final answer 70?
Yeah.
Okay. You got 70?
For a second I thought it was 70. I was about to get really excited.
You're like, oh, it's 96.
Okay.
So
okay.
I do definitely agree with pretty much everything you said. It's so expensive for a white card, and it's like if you cast this, everybody's then just gonna be like, okay, then we'll just take care of you.
Yeah.
It's an 8 mana do nothing essentially. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like how it says enchant player, so you can do it on yourself.
yeah, you could if you really wanted to. I'm sure that you probably could in some deck. In all seriousness,
yeah, you have another card that says like redirect it to each other player. It could effect.
I was about to say like, and then I'm sure some creature could benefit. No, because it said creatures enchanted player controls lose all abilities. So, but that one wasn't too far off. That one was only a difference of 26. That one's fairly low, actually. You did a good job of evaluating that one.
Oh. I know this one. I have this one. My dad has this one. We both have it in Commander decks. I have it in, my Muldrifted Gravetide? I have it in there.
I do not like this card. I'll be honest. I think if you play this card against me, I think I would scream.
I'm saying 1.
Locking in 1?
Yeah, no, I know this one.
Yeah, it's number 1. Dude, the face I made at my monitor when I saw that, like, what the frick? You went from 96 to 1.
Is it just genuinely so OP?
Basically, because you only have to pay 1. So if you get ahead, you drop this. They can't do anything. They use their freaking mana. What are they supposed to do?
It's insanely strong in Muldrotha too, because if it does get removed or you destroy it yourself by not paying the upkeep, it goes to your graveyard. Then what do you do with Muldrotha? You just pull it back out.
And you essentially get the biggest benefit, because it gets to your turn, you play this, and you can leave mana open, you can play whatever. It essentially skips everybody else's next play phase.
Yeah.
Like, they can't play anything. And so when you got that, I'm like, well, that's something. Dude, what are your pulls? I just hit the next number. Like, it's just all over the place, man.
Is this what the normal card looks like?
There's some alternate ones, but here's what the normal one looks like.
At the beginning of your end step,
That's the
draw
one
7
I've seen.
cards. Each opponent. Wait, wait. Each opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7, so they have no hand size.
Correct. They're basically top decking every turn.
When do you have to discard a card? Is it by the end of your turn
phase.
you have to discard everything?
Yeah, at your end phase, you discard.
Future Cole here. This is actually not correct. You don't discard during your end step. You actually discard during another step of your turn called your cleanup step. So the 7 cards that you would drop from this, you do still need to discard. It doesn't affect the ranking because we knew that you would have to discard anyway, but that is how it works. You don't discard during your end step. There's another phase after your end step, which is the cleanup step, and that is when you would discard. So I got that wrong, but it doesn't affect anything. So anyway, back to the video.
So essentially, I think you need.
Oh,
you're
but it's 10
basically just
mana.
top decking. I will. Yeah, it is 10. I'm not gonna like give anything away, but I have found that like cheating. I mean, for heck's sake, like you have Soul Ring and crap like that.
Yeah.
Like I've gone out a 6 cost on like turn 2 or 3. But I mean, to be fair, you need.
How much is this one?
Get it. Oh, let me find out for you. This card.
This is another 2017. What was the other 2017?
So for this card, it goes for about $50.
50.
For the second art I sent you, I'm seeing about... Oh, never mind. That one that looks like it's just way overcharging. It looks like this card goes for about $5 to $10.
This one's tough. Let's have a begin. Oh wait, have a beginning. So every time I get to draw 7 cards. Damn. Wait. Okay. I mean, each opponent's max. Okay, so it's okay. At the beginning of your end step, and you could just play this at the end of an opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I get the why it has flash because it's 10 mana, but then you just wait for all of your opponents, like see what they do with their mana, and then you play it.
Or you can even play at the end of flash it in at the end of somebody's turn, and then that person then just has to discard their whole hand.
If someone played this against me, I'd be pretty pissed off.
I actually, so I thought of something and then figured it out. Because first thing I'm like, oh, what if they have like a reliquary tower? But then I realized reliquary tower says you can have any number, but I mean, that requires you to have a reliquary tower. I'll be completely honest. I would play this card. I think this card is awesome. I just like annoying people. I'm realizing in all seriousness, though.
Yeah, I think this is because I'm thinking about it more, and I think it's really annoying because what happens is if no one has a counter spell, now no one has a hand, and now you know no one has a counter spell ever, unless they top deck it, but they have to play it that turn. So it renders it's basically like a hexproof for your entire board and anything you decide to play.
And even if they get a, because reduced by 7 means 0.
But it's still a 10 cost, so I'm going to say 30, 37.
Right,
39, no, 39.
Okay, your guess is 39. This card is number 11.
What?
Could not, if I'm being honest, I agree with you. It's 10 mana. And it's blue. It's only blue, so you can't even get the ramp of green because there's no green in the identity. But even in standard, I feel like this isn't that crazy. Because like if you're getting to turn 10 and you're playing a 10 cost minion, the game's probably about to end anyway. Yeah. I don't understand why this card's number 11. I've seen other cards on this list that I much more hate.
It must just be because there's another card that makes it really easy to play. That's like the only thing I can think of. Because by itself, it's not that good. Oh, I've seen this one. The fact that I think it's not going to be higher than the other one, even though they both cost 10, And this one is just 2 extra turns. And it's target player. And you can copy it and make it be 4 extra turns so easily. And I know it's not going to be higher than what I just saw. I still... It's completely randomized. And I've gotten blue, blue, and now another blue.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is
This blue
factual.
was rank 1. This blue was rank 11. This blue is rank 22. Because like blue for some reason is just so high up. I guess people just hate blue. They're racist
I hate
against
blue.
blue.
I'll be honest. I don't like blue. I like
feel
drawing
like it's
cards.
less like just because of the other one. I feel like it's less to do because of what it does and just the fact that it's blue.
I have also learned it's the player experience. So it's like, oh, like I'm having fun, and so it's like why land destruction is.
I'm just thinking like
is
you just go blue red, you copy the spell, and now you get 4 turns.
I think I may. No, I don't have this card in my coin flip deck, but I do have a few turn ones in my.
Just it's so impossible to do because it's a total of 20 mana. But imagine you had both Jin and the time stretch. You just draw 7 cards each turn, and then you take 4 turns in total.
You take 4 turns, you draw 7 cards, do it all again.
I'm saying 22.
22.
I'm just gonna keep the rhythm.
So you guessed 22?
What?
49.
49?
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't tell you why. I think this card is way better than Jin, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
They're the same mana. One's on the body, and it lets you draw cards and makes it so they can't. But you'd have to play Jin when their board is empty.
I guess
you won't be able to do anything, basically.
I guess the whole because I think that's a fun card. I don't like when I see the card. I don't think damn that's annoying. I think damn that's fun because it's target player. So when you're doing politics and Commander, you can be like, hey, I'll give you 2 extra turns if you kill this guy for me.
If you murder this guy, I'll help you out.
So I guess that's why it's so high up because it's more of a fun card. People don't see it as annoying.
Here is your final card.
Another blue, man. What is my luck?
Straight up, I don't want to. Let me look at this.
Maybe there's just a lot of blue.
I'll tell you how many blues.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's a lot of blue and red.
Each player who controls land sacrifices 1 land during his or her upkeep. If at any time there are no lands in play. Like, that's very vague. If at any time there are no lands in play, is it for everyone?
I think it's for
a person who's doing the upkeep trigger.
I'll also tell you how much this card is. This card, you can get it for about... it looks like you can get one for like $9.
Because if it's any time there are no lands in play for the person's upkeep, then I think it's a bad card. Like, it's just not good. But if it's in general, like no one has a single land it gets destroyed, then it's very OP. And it's just annoying. Like, this card isn't fun, it's not cool, it's not interesting, it's just annoying. Like, I would probably just sweep if someone played this against me in Commander. I'd be like, you're no fun, dude. I'd like try to get rid of it for 1 or 2 turns and hope someone deals with it. And if it didn't get dealt with, I'd be like, well, I guess that's just game. But you also have to like sacrifice 2 lands yourself if you play it. Like, just why would you play this card? It's just to suffer.
I do think that also hits you more than it does your opponent.
It does.
Because you're losing 2, and they are only losing 1. You need to be in the lead in lands, and even then, you're basically throwing away that lead then.
This one's where I lose. This one's such a curveball. How much is it again? $9 or $1?
$9.
And has this been reprinted at all or
no? Let me check actually. Is Mana Vortex on the reserved list?
Or has it been reprinted since 1994?
Well, it's on the reserved list. Let me see. So this card is on the reserve list. Let me see if it has been reprinted. Has Mana Vortex been reprinted? It was reprinted in the dark, and then I think after that it has never been reprinted. Because it was printed in the Dark and Masters Edition 3, and that was it. And it is legal in Commander, it's legal in Legacy, and it's legal in Vintage.
I don't want to take a big hit, so I just want to say 50. Play it safe. Like, I've done good.
I can honestly respect that.
I have no clue. It's either 50? It's gonna be low 10, like top 10, or like 90 to 100. And so I'm just gonna say 50.
It's 97.
Okay, yeah. No.
I think it's this high because you're taking a big hit by losing 2 lands, and you're running this card just to destroy other lands, but you're getting hit for more. So it's at the point where I'm like, why would you run that? So that gives you 47. Let me do the final bits of the math. 235 is the actual score. So your score is 235.
I'm gonna guess other people's score.
All right, here. Actually, I'll write this down in my notes. Actually,
I think Andrew is going to get 310 on a good day.
All right,
Keenan, I think he's. I can see Keenan get him 500, but I can also see him get him like ridiculously lucky and get him sub 200. But I'm gonna say 470 on Keenan. How long has Cairo been playing?
Oh my gosh, we were in 6th grade, and he was telling me about how he was gonna do a draft with his dad. So at least 9 years.
And he's a dork, so like he'll know this stuff. I think Cairo might beat me. I'll say Cairo will get 170.
And with the first contestant done with round 1, Elin has a score of 235 points, therefore putting him in first place for the time being. But the real question is, will he be able to keep that title, or will he be kicked off the throne? Stay tuned to find out. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching, see you later.